report that, Mr. President, this is one report that must not die. And I take a look at our nation. We all claim to be Christians and Muslims. We believe in the Bible, we believe in the Quran. But when you look at this kind of a report, you feel very bad. Why are we here? We are here to add value to our nation. But corruption, it was the matter of anti-corruption was the matter of our government. And today we are fighting corruption. But corruption is still expanding. So what's the solution, Mr. President? We have to introduce either Mosaic law or Sharia law. Amputation. Life imprisonment. Let us look at the law when we come back. People have been entrusted to improve the welfare of their people, to improve the life of their people. They now add that to their problem and put them in abject poverty and penury and enslavement. This is one report that the president must act as fast as he can. Because the matter of President Muhammadu Buhari is to fight corruption.
Moving on, man. Let's completely switch topics. I don't want to miss out on this news story because it to me is just crazy. NDDC probe. Wale, are you familiar with it?
The Niger Delta.
Oh yeah, are you familiar with NDDC? It's the Niger Delta Development something. Niger Delta Developmental. Hold on, let me look it up real quick. Niger Delta Development Commission.
I knew it was going to be commission. That's the only thing secret.
It's basically this committee, and it's changed names over the years. Let me make that clear. It was changed names over the years, but it's like a commission that they put together to help
Niger Delta.
The Niger
So
Delta
Obasanjo
region.
that put it up.
Yes, but before that, it was called something else. It was called something. Even from the military regimes, they've had something. They've had some kind of commission.
Niger Delta is the oil place,
Yeah.
and they all complain that people come in, oil
Yes.
take their resources, and
Yep.
everyone is suffering.
So the whole point of this thing is to help develop the region, because let's face it, 90% of Nigeria's revenue is coming from this region.
And
Oil.
they're one of the poorest people too.
I'm telling you, it's so sad, and the environmental injustices going on in that place, ridiculous.
But it's not their. To be honest, like Nigeria is just fucked because even when they paid off militants, because at one point the militants would start taking people hostages.
Yes,
to get oil money. Say, okay, you guys we're poor, we're going to take your hostages.
this is part that really
Government
pisses
has
me off.
sent money to militants to say,
Giving
okay,
them,
you know what, take
care of your communities.
But guess what? Those militants have become the billionaires themselves.
Yes,
And they haven't stopped. So they've fed only themselves. And this is what I don't understand, why Nigerians keep blaming. Like, yes, Buhari government, every government has its issues. But this is your own people. The government gave them money and said, okay, militants, take the money. And those guys instead have become billionaires themselves. There are a lot of billionaires in that region that are former ex-militants.
Yes.
Asari Dokumbo is one of them.
We've talked about them, yes.
There are a lot of them. I think, what's this guy? Is he a Yiri or a Syria? One of these guys, I think it was also ex-militant.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you now see a former militant like you is a billionaire now? You guys are still suffering, and yet you're still blaming the government. You're still going to kidnap people from oil companies when it's like, bro, well, look at your people.
Yeah.
And then the NDDC is another example.
Yeah. So let me finish this story though. So they brought the guy. They found out that 40 billion went missing.
Dollars or naira?
No, naira. But that was how it started. It just there was something went missing. So they decided that they're going to probe it, right? The guy that was in charge of this, I guess, kind of like in charge of it. I think his name is Ponde. You heard of it? The guy is Professor Ponde. He was in charge of it, right? Anyway, they brought him. Now the Senate has a panel, right, that is probing these guys, right?
I'm looking at the screen, I'm cracking up.
You can really see. The Senate has a panel to probe these guys, right? They bring this guy. He comes in. First of all, he's just a mess. He's acting like he's sick. He's got his mask on. They like wheel him in. Like he's just dramatics. And it's sad because, he's doing all these dramatics. They start questioning him. Wale, did you see the video? He like collapses. he had like people like trying to stick fingers in his mouth. Like it was madness.
It's like they started, so they questioned him. My guy first just kept quiet. So if you watch the video, he first did a trial run.
Okay.
Because he first kind of like just tried to fade away. But then nobody answered him. So he woke up again, okay, on to phase 2. So they started questioning, and then he just went down. And I'm pretty
His
sure.
eyes were open.
Yes, I'm pretty sure the person.
Someone in the background was like, "Oh God, nothing is wrong with you."
But I'm pretty sure that he had planned it with somebody else there, because the first person that ran to him was very quick and almost knew what was going on.
Yeah.
And then that's when he put his hand in his mouth. And at that point, that's where the meme came out, where the guy was looking at it like, bros, this is not part of it's not part of the rehearsal we did yesterday. Because that guy had his hand inside his mouth. You know, open his eyes like, Alpha.
It was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
That it was so ridiculous that even that guy, the Kogi guy, what's his name?
No, that was fake.
Oh, it was fake.
Yeah, that's a parody account.
Okay, all right, okay. I'm
yeah.
glad you caught me
That's
there,
a
because I
parody
thought that was ridiculous.
Dino,
Anyway,
Dino Malaya.
yeah,
that's a parody
so they
account,
bring
yeah.
this guy, they win him out. Then they now bring the guy Akpabio. This is the guy that was in charge of. He was a senator in charge of the committee, like the NDDC committee. He's one that like responsible for making sure that, you know, the Niger Delta Development Commission is doing what it's supposed to do, right? He's a senator. They bring him on, right, to probe him. He's a senator too, so he's being probed by these members of Congress or senators or whatever. And this is one I want to play for you, because the way things turned around, it was so dramatic. Hold on, let me.
Commission, because of the fact that we are doing forensic audit, the NDDC plays a vital role in ensuring the peace and security of the region. And 90% or more of the resources of the country on a monthly basis comes from there. If you close it down in totality, all you have will be chaos. And you have a lot of, not just militancy, but you have a lot of insurrection. So it is important that people who have gone to court, people who genuinely did jobs, should be paid for their jobs. So for me, I'm not against it, because of course, who are even the greatest beneficiaries? It's you people now. Okay. Because if you look at your chairman,
Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, that's okay. That's okay.
Don't
What
snitch.
is the benefit that the National Assembly is benefiting from?
It's okay, it's okay.
Are you asking me the benefit of National Assembly?
Yes, you just said.
He's like,
I
I'm not
just
going
told
down,
you that
man.
we have record to show
The guy's tapping you over like, please don't let him.
are given out to members of National Assembly, but you don't know about it.
It's okay. It's okay.
The two chairmen can explain to you.
The guy that will ban that thing
I was a
like
member of the NDDC committee.
It's okay. It's okay.
okay.
Wait, you were a member of the NDDC and
This guy look at auntie.
wait, you were a member of the NDDC in the 8th Assembly, and are you telling me that lots of jobs were
like-
awarded to you as a
No,
member?
this is a problem. That's why I said you
Then
must
you have the right to accuse people. Then why can't you bring up
can
the
you please
people
listen
that
to me? One of the chairmen
if
also.
you were not awarded a contract,
That woman has
then
collected
why are
money.
you coming here that you are aware that you were a member of the NDDC and lots of contracts were awarded to
May
you?
I-
You said I'm not aware. I'm telling you that bring up those names.
May I inform my honorable sister that is why we have to change.
Honorable Minister, please. It's okay. That is okay. That is okay.
But let me explain.
No, it's okay.
He said no.
It's okay. It's okay.
You must not allow the two chairmen
It's
to
okay.
access the budget every
It's
year.
okay. Up your mic. It's okay.
Off your mic.
She
Off
is
your
right.
mic, Honorable
You
Minister.
are like me. I was a member like you. I did not know what was going on.
Honorable Minister.
Yes,
It's
Mr.
okay.
Chairman, sir. Yes, Chairman.
It's okay. You guys sit down. Sit down. Sit down. It's okay. Coco.
Yo, that man was singing like a canary, yo. He was,
Oh my God.
he was like, "No, I'm not going
They're a
down."
hot ass mess.
No,
over
but
there.
this is the comedy that is Nigeria. That is the Nigerian government. The people probing, they've gotten contracts. That's what he was trying to say, and he actually
Well, you know, he doubled down though.
he did, and I think he even released some names.
You know, they asked him to. Then he doubled down. Then he's changing things. I think the only names that might come out might be scapegoats. So he doubled down.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I saw a chart that was kind of
They
outlining.
first asked him to release the names. Then he denied. Then he first of all denied. He accused them.
So now it's just all over the place
all
now.
over the place. Yeah.
This is really
I
sad.
do
I know it's funny, but that
I do believe
that
all
was
of them.
a
They have
sad
collected
realization
something.
of
Even the woman
of
there,
what
she has
our
collected.
country is going. The people probing have collected
But
contracts.
now you
course,
see,
of
but you see
course.
something. So look at the NDC. So there's a app. There's a page on Twitter called Tracker NG, which is also like it's a sister page of something called Budget Nigeria, and they talk about they've been doing a good job. They go around and look at how much money has been dedicated to contracts, and in Nigeria, and if you go through their page, you see a lot of contracts that have been assigned.
Yeah.
And then you see the job. You know, somebody like the one they posted was like somewhere in Bielsa in 2012, 7 billion was allocated for construction of a shoreline protection, but in so far till today, only 25 poles were installed.
Yeah.
And like the contract is 7 billion.
Yeah, it's
This
ridiculous.
happens a lot in Nigeria. There's a picture circular, I don't know how true it is, of the same Niger Delta of the bridge that they commissioned money for. But it's just a wooden plank bridge that
I mean, it's
you can
really,
walk on.
it's really
That's the
effed up.
thing. So they don't even.
That's what
it is.
this 40 billion, right? Apparently, it was like 40 billion. It was supposed to be for 212 projects. 40 billion naira. 40 billion naira is about. That's still a lot of money. I don't care.
Look,
that's 4 billion. That's like almost over $500 million.
See the stuff I said of 2012. See this all is there. Just pictures of.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Daddy's calling.
That's it. 7
Daddy is calling.
7 billion. What's his Naira Marley? 7 billion. That's just what it is. 7 billion of just.
You know the way
empty
contracts
space,
work here, right? And I don't know why it's not structured in a similar way, because this is what makes sense. You get awarded a contract. You only, in most cases, you only get paid after you have
certain percentage
done the work.
Yeah.
So you
And
they
after they
call it
have
mobilization
verified-
fee. So they mobilize you with.
Yeah.
Okay, to start, you need out of a 7 billion contract, you need 1 billion to start. So they will give it to you. But in Nigeria, they really don't do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do. They've done it for maybe more private citizens. But these people who were corrupt, they go in there, change the numbers.
It makes no sense. Why would I give you $7 billion upfront and I don't even know if you're
But you see that
capable
kind
the
of
work?
exactly. But they give it to them, and then there's nobody who goes in to check, because here's the problem: the man who's supposed to check, he's also collecting a cut of that money. So when it's time to report back, he says that contract is done. Nobody goes to physically go check that this thing. So you can do stuff like this. I've heard stories of people buying equipment, and they just say, okay, we want to do this project and we'll buy this equipment. They will buy some and just put in a storage room somewhere. And that's all. They'll use that sum to justify the money they've collected and the rest of it. So this project they don't even get executed. Talkers are finished.
I mean,
And they keep collecting money.
We're so screwed, man.
So,
We are
and then
so
the people, the
screwed.
problem that the people have is that you don't know this is going on.
Yeah.
So you're fighting Buhari. I'm not defending Buhari, because I believe no matter what the president we have in Nigeria, you would always complain.
Yeah.
Instead, not knowing that
The people
your
responsible,
people, your own
are
fellow
the
Niger
ones
Delta
selling you
people,
out,
that
selling you
bridge that
out.
you're crossing, wooden plank that you're blaming Buhari for, you didn't know that they've given somebody 20 billion to build an actual bridge for you guys.
But then
So
some
you
people,
don't know
some
that.
people would argue.
still-
Some people would argue that it's Buhari's job to ensure.
Buhari's job is not to enforce it. Buhari's job is not
It's
to
ma-
go make
it's-
sure
it's
the
ma-
road on your
it's
area
many
is
It's
done.
people's job,
It's
you know what I mean?
He's the top. It's not his job. I'm not saying he's a saint. He's done his own bad, but it's not his job to fix the road in your house. And that's why I say Nigerians, to be honest, for us to be a decent country, education is key. We have to also teach people that local government plays a part. There's
it plays-
commissioners,
it plays a
there's
much
local
bigger
government
part than the federal
than
government
federal. I
itself.
didn't learn about the power of council members and anything until I came to the United States.
Yep.
I'm like, why are people freaking doing what's that thing, election? Why are you voting for like, why are you people so serious about, why are you coming to knock on my door to tell me your agenda?
Oh, yeah.
Like, who are you?
It affects
But
everything in your community.
because
Everything.
Buhari can only
Taxes,
oversee
everything,
that
yeah.
is why there's an NDDC commissioners that, all right, we're going to give it to you guys. From you guys, move forward. Tell us how much you need, we give it to you guys. You guys move forward. But instead, we only focus on president and governor. So we don't focus on this.
But
other
if we
guys.
know that that's the issue,
They don't
right?
know it.
If that's the general issue, clearly you can't have one person oversee every single.
So
thing
who changes
in
the
the whole
law?
contracting process?
This House of
How do
Rep
you
are the
change
same
it
guys
so
that
that
have
you're
to.
not distributing
But
all
this
the funds
same
at
House
once?
of Rep guys are the same people that have to come up with the laws.
That's
And
true.
they're not going to vote on those laws.
That's
Because
true.
any law you come in that makes them not receive money, they're going to vote against it.
It's true. That's
They've
true.
tried to get police to be state instead of centralized police. They've tried to make the police, what's that word? Where the state controls the police of the state.
so like decentralizing
Yeah,
the
but
police.
they've still not agreed to it, because I'm pretty sure some people are getting benefits from
Yes,
from
no.
it. So they've said no. They're going to make it a central,
look, it
central
don't tire
because
me, man.
central in Nigeria works.
Yeah.
Because with central you can just do this. Guy, give us money.
Yeah.
The money drops, And then in Central, there's going to be issue because if you do state-wise and Lagos State is booming and your own state is not, they'll be always comparing and say, see Lagos now.
Yeah.
Is it not the same, this thing we're doing in Lagos? Lagos is doing its own thing, generating its own money, doing this. Why can't you do the same thing in Bayelsa? Why can't you do this in Kano? Why can't you do this in Kaduna? So that's what happens.
Amechi even came out. You know Amechi?
Same thing, China. Amechi, they are probing about China. Do you hear about that?
Yeah, did you hear that he warned? He said that he warned that if you warn against the probe, he was warning against the probe.
People are probing that China is going to. There's a contract that we have with China that seems like we can't pay back. China is allowed to own a certain percentage of Nigeria.
Yes,
and they're like, we need to figure out what's going on. And Amechi came out to say, you can do your probe, but stop making noise and accusation because you get them upset and they will not give us money. And they won't give us
money again. That was such a shocking admission. It was such a shocking admission.
But you know the problem is this: Amechi will be dead when it's time for this thing to be taken. Buhari will be dead. These people will be long gone when it's time for. It's us that are still alive that will suffer it. But the average Nigerian youth does not know that this is what you should fight against.
What are they supposed to do?
First of all, focus on who you're hiring, who you're voting for. Don't go and
your immediate
leaders.
I think you need to hold them accountable.
And then also we have this mentality of I can be shouting today and say I want to vote for this person, and then I get to the voting lines and I hear that PDP is giving 5,000 naira, and I'll run to go and vote for PDP. We're very, the things that baffle us, like you see Oshomole recently was going around buying corn on the street and everybody was so happy Oshomole is buying corn. Nigga, these are the kind of people that if you see, you should be punching in the face. Because these are people that are taking, but you're so happy that, he came down to buy corn from his car. He's doing this, he's doing that. You're happy that, they give you money here and there because we're so quick we're thinking about today. What can we eat today, not our future? So everything, we believe Buhari's job is to come in as a president and fix Nigeria, fix all the good roads, provide electricity, provide this, provide that.
Let me tell you something. It's a vicious cycle because you can't ask a poor, hungry man to think about tomorrow when he's just trying to survive.
You can't.
Yeah.
So
it just trickles down.
It does. So how do you now fix that? And well, think about it. How do you fix it?
I don't know.
Because